Hey, hi, hello. What's your guys' favorite Mega Man song? Is it Metal Man, Mega Man 2, Cut Man from Mega Man 1, or maybe even Elect Man from Mega Man 1? I would personally go with either Airman or Bubble Man from Mega Man 2, or maybe even Gemini Man, I like that one. And Snake Man, that's another great one. But we're not here to talk about which one's our favorites. We're here to talk about the music theory of Mega Man. I don't really have to explain Mega Man to any of you, or Mega Man music in general, but I might have to explain what music theory is. If I had to put music theory into my own words, it's what language the music is speaking to you. Or how music makes you feel. Like, does it make you feel happy or sad, you know. And the Mega Man series is no stranger to making you feel something in its music. Which is gonna lead me directly into my next point. How music carries Mega Man's levels. To start talking about Mega Man music, we'll start with the first game. And we'll start with Fireman stage. Oh, also, we're only gonna do from, one stage from the first 6 games. So if you want to see 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, you should, subscribe. One thing I noticed about this right off the bat is the percussions sound like they're, metal or, mechanical, which fits the stage due to, its metal atmosphere. It kind of looks like a broken down, factory, and that's, what I see. And I feel like that percussion, the metal, or, the mechanical percussion, helps it, sound. I don't know how to, again, this is music theory, so there's no real way to explain it. But another thing, the song has fast tempo being around 160 beats per minute, which is pretty fast, actually. Which I think that makes, tension between the things. It creates tension in the song, which makes this stage feel like it's a bit more, upbeat and rushed. And rushed in a good way, you're rushing through the stage, not like the stage was made rushed. And before I go on, I'm just gonna say, I suck at Mega Man, all games. I'm just bad. Moving on to, the lead synthesizer, or organ, or whatever you want to call it, it seems, very sharp, which is, that makes it more aggressive, which is, again, a good thing. It's, sharp, It's great. It's a great, sharp lead. It kind of makes it feel like you're getting stung, like a fiery sting if you've ever been burnt. If you've ever been burnt. I can't talk. If you've ever been burnt, how it's, kind of, stingy in a way. That's what the lead makes it feel like. It makes it feel like you're getting poked or it's sharp. But that's all I really have for, Fireman stage. So let's move on to Mega Man 2. Also, feel free to, pull up, a tab or, go and listen to the soundtrack of each song before you come here, and you can just listen to my notes. Or you can pause it and go watch it. I really don't care. Just come back. Now that we've moved on to one of the more popular Mega Man games, a lot of more people will, notice this music. They'll know the music. So, Bubble Man stage. Yeah. For the last one, I think everything I named was intentional in the music. It was supposed to be upbeat, and the leads were supposed to be loud and sharp. But for this one, there's a few things that I don't think were supposed to be intentional, but make the music of the stage 10 times better. Starting with the bass line. How it's played, it's do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. You can hear it, just listen. Alright, that's your time to listen. It kind of sounds like bubble in a way, something lifting you up or something going up like a bubble. Which I don't think that was intentional, but that's just how I hear it. And the lead organ, or again, keyboard, I can't really tell what the instrument's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be that instrument, it's a circle, a half circle, and you play the little... Here, I'll put the instrument on the screen. I'm not good with percussion. But it has this weird flanger effect, which if you guys don't know what flanger is, it's it kind of makes everything seem watery. Which that's probably intentional because half the stages takes place underwater. If you want a good example of flanger, Ain't Talking About Love by Van Halen has flanger on the lead guitar, and so does Keep Yourself Alive by Queen. So you can go listen to those to get an idea of what flanger is. Another thing is when the lead gets high-pitched, in the middle of the song, it has this weird tremolo at the end, which is when a note is played really fast multiple times. Here, I'll give you an example right now. So I actually think what I'm about to play is the exact note that is played. I'm just gonna play the note. It sounds like this. kind of like it's being hit several times in a way. Again, this is also going to be the last time I bring this up. If you want to go listen to the tracks, like pause the video and go listen to them, go ahead. Just as long as you come back, I'm fine with that. And those are the most important notes that I wrote down for this stage's music. So I think we can move on to Mega Man 3. Well, hey, hi, hello. Thanks. Sorry for the interruption. I don't know why I said thanks. The rest of this video has been edited with CapCut because I became aware that CapCut is now on the App Store again. I don't know why I deleted it, so yeah. And if the video quality and the sound quality is 10 times better, you're welcome. And it's because I'm editing with CapCut. So, thanks for listening to my interruption. I just wanted you guys to know that. Oh, Needle Man. Also, sorry for that longer introduction for the music. I just thought that it's a really good song. There's a lot of things you could say about Needle Man. So let me grab my notes. They're on the floor. One thing I noticed right off the bat about Needle Man's song is the fuzz that's, like, in the bass, which that kind of makes me think of bees because, like, stingers are like needles, you know. I always thought this was, like, supposed to be, like, a mechanical bee. Now looking at it, it's maybe, I think it's like a pirate ship, kind of? I don't know. I always thought it was a mechanical bee, but it's obviously not a mechanical bee. That's just my imagination going wild. I think I have another thing, the sharp, high-pitched lead, just like in Fireman stage, which, again, it's kind of like needles, kind of sharp, pointy, pokey. I don't know, yeah. And the bouncy rhythm really makes it really, like, it's... When you think of needles, most people don't think of great things. They think of, like, bad, I don't know, like sharp. The bouncy rhythm makes it, like, feel really good for some reason, while still making it sound like it would hurt if it was, like, a knife, you know? There's not much to say about this stage. I really enjoy this stage. It's really fun. The music just makes it 10 times better. That's all I really have to say about it. It's super buzzy, kind of like a bee. Because, you know, stingers and, you know, never mind. Okay, moving on to another gem. Pharaoh Man stage. Also, Pharaoh Man stage is at W. Why did I say just? Just throwing that out there. One thing I noticed about this track is it manages to sound old, but also manages to sound new at the same time. It's like they took an old, like, ancient song and remixed it to make it sound a bit more modern, if you understand that. This is another fast-paced track. Again, it's also around 60 beats per minute like Fireman stage was. And I wanted to also talk about the bass line, which is like the weapon where it's like charging up. So it's like, it's just walking up. It's a walking up bass line. But it might be like charging like Pharaoh Man's weapon, if that makes any sense. Which a lot of Mega Man tracks actually, the bass line follows kind of what the stage or the Robot Master is about. Like in Top Man's stage, there's a loop, which is kind of like his attack, which I'm pretty sure that was done on purpose. I don't know if this was necessarily done on purpose here, but it works really well. But back to the fast-paced thing, the fast pace of the song really, like, throws tension in there. It's cool. It's a good, it helps. And how it's so upbeat and, again, still manages to sound old. It really makes the atmosphere like you're inside of a pyramid, which I'm pretty sure you're supposed to be inside of a pyramid. It doesn't really show the outside of the pyramid, and I suck at Mega Man. But yeah, that's all I really have to say for this game. It's cool and all. It's probably the worst one we've covered so far, but it's still a great track, don't get me wrong. For this one, I do want to point out that this game, Mega Man 5, is banned in Vietnam, all due to this stage, because, you know, it's like, it looks like Vietnam, like the country, and, you know, the war with napalm bombs and stuff. Yeah, it's probably not good for Vietnam's image. But this is kind of like a war theme in a way. It has like a distorted lead, it's super aggressive, and the percussion sounds like, you know, like the little drummer boys back in the 1800s. That's what I get from that, from the percussion in the background. But the distorted lead works really well with this. The aggressiveness also works really well. But I'm also just thinking in a way that Vietnam, as in like the war, more less than the country, and Napalm Man, it's basically a bomb. I mean, like, yeah, there's not much to say about this actually. It's a basic Mega Man 5 track. I did just get random Mega Man Robot Masters from each game, but the one coming up is also a lot better than this one. Moving on to Blizzard Man and how his stage kind of feels cold in a way, like the music feels cold. Oh, and also, I just want to point out how good looking of a game Mega Man 6 really is. It looks great. But the beats per minute, or the tempo, is extremely slow. It's a lot slower than the other ones, which is, in a way, it feels like cold, or as if you're like walking through snow, and like, does that make sense? Like, it feels like you're, like when you walk through snow, it's kind of hard. The slowness kind of shows that. But that's mainly in the percussion and the bass. But with the lead, it feels sharp and high pitched, which I kind of think of it as an icicle, like how those are sharp, I guess. They actually don't hurt that bad if you've ever been stabbed by an icicle. Most of the time they break the moment they hit you. But it can feel sharp. I'm thinking about like in Mario Maker, or any Mario game really. Mario Maker's the main icicle game for me. I don't know why. But like they'd kill Mario when they fall on him. I feel like that's something that should have been put into the stage, and the music like shows that. And the way the rhythm is kind of like a fighting, aggressive rhythm, which kind of, I interpret that as like the rhythm's trying to keep it warm, like trying to like keep you pushing, like in a way, like keeps you pushing through the level. Which that's also something these stages can emotionally help you like get through the stage. I don't know. One last thing about the stage, the rhythm is, in a way, it's faster paced than the rest of it. And it kind of, I interpret that as like skating on ice. Like the smoothness of it's smooth. It's not really faster, it's just smoother. So I interpret that as skating on ice, Besides those few things, there's not really much else to say about this. This is a lot more exciting than the last one where... Oh, speaking of the last one, they should just rename it Vietnam Man. That would be funny. But this is a lot more exciting than the last song. There's a lot more to say about this. This is a great one compared to Napalm Man or even Pharaoh Man stage, I'd say. But yeah, this is great. I love this song. Now, in conclusion, I think each track brings out the energy and the like energy from the boss and the level that it's from. They each represent their level very well, except for Napalm Man. I don't really like that one. But, yeah, they're all great. So, with that being said, have a good day and wear a seatbelt.